Hey hustlers, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here with another video. Today's video is going back to my roots, and I want to do another Soul Sunday video. I've been getting so many emails and I'm backed up on emails since I stopped doing them. And so first of all, I want to apologize for that, for the inconsistency. It's been a lot going on in my life. So without getting too deep right now in this video about my own self, I will save that for another time. So, and I know I've been saying that, like, I'm going to address this, I'm going to address that. But honey, it's hard for me to get on here and talk about my personal life sometimes. I don't know. It is what it is, though. Anyway, I have a Soul Sunday email that I did receive from a subscriber, and I'm hoping she's a subscriber anyway. But I have already changed the name of the young lady and the person that she is talking about in her email. So here we go. I just want to adjust this a little bit. Anyway, I'm just kind of chilling in my bed. I will give you guys a tour of my new place. I still kind of live in the hood, but it's better than, you know, the trenches that I was in before my first apartment. Like, girl, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anywho, let's go ahead and get straight into the email. Okay, so it says, Dear MsPrettyHustler, I haven't seen you do these videos in a while, so I hope that you will see this email. I know you've been going through a lot with the loss of your dad, and let me tell you from experience, it doesn't really get easier. You just learn to live with your new reality. That's very true. And thank you so much. By the way, my name is Angel, and I turned 25 in January. My ex-boyfriend and I broke up 3 days before my birthday. We had been together for 4 years, but it just seemed like we were going through the motions and just together because we just had so many years together. People stay and stuff like that, and it's not healthy. But anyway, but we eventually just couldn't stop our petty disagreements, and we both decided it was time to break up. About 2 months after the breakup, I decided I wanted to start dating again. So my friends convinced me I should get on the dating site Hinge. I found out about that one. I'll tell you my story in a little bit about that one. I found a new guy that looked like a nice guy, nice guys, but one guy, Eric, stood out more than the others. He's tall, brown skin, and no kids, which is a good thing for me. I was so happy about that. It's so hard to find a guy with no kids. I made it clear to him I was interested, and he asked me out. He invited me to Top Golf, which I thought was a really good date. He said he couldn't meet me until 10, and I assumed he just must work second shift somewhere. We had a really good time, and honestly, I could see me with a guy like him. He could dress and seemed to have it together mentally. I liked our conversation, and he did too, because he asked me out again. But once again, the date was after 10 p.m. I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he was an entrepreneur, but didn't give me much more information and quickly changed the subject. I paid it no mind, but after our next few dates, being late into the evening as well, it worried me that he was living a double life, especially after our last date had went so well that we had sex at my place, and he got up and left right after, even though I told him he could stay the night. It was all a little suspicious to me. So as we as women tend to do, I did my research, and all signs pointed towards him being a dope boy. I even asked my stepbrother, did he know him? And he said, yeah, he be having the gas. Shake my head. I I should have known with all the flashy clothes and jewelry. I confronted Eric about it, and surprisingly he didn't lie. He told me he dropped out of school when he was a junior in high school, and he honestly doesn't know any other way to be. This was so hard for me to believe because we talked when we talked, he seemed so intelligent. I mean, he definitely has a hood demeanor, but that's what attracted me to him as well. I told him I needed some time to process everything, and he told me he understood, but he wanted me to know he really wanted to be with me. By this point, I was falling for him too, so I asked him straight up, could he see himself quitting that lifestyle for me? And he told me there was no way he could, especially not now. I told him I had to think about it. I don't want to be with a person that is living that lifestyle because I like because I feel like I'll always live in fear. While all this was going on, I didn't realize I missed my period and my shit is like clockwork. LOL. So I knew something was up. I knew I was pregnant even before I took the test. I got it confirmed by my doctor 2 days after and I took the test. I haven't told Eric yet because I'm just pissed that we are in this weird place in our relationship, even if that's what you want to call it at all. Help me figure this out. I am beyond confused. Okay. Angel girl. What can I say? I have my share of the dope boys, trust me. Trust me. And I know the attraction. Trust me on that as well. But as soon as you said in the email that all of your dates were like really late like that, I'm like thinking in my head when I first read the email, like either this nigga's a dope boy or he got a whole family somewhere on the other side of town. And so, you got to confirm that first as well because like even the dope boys be making time during the day. I mean, you don't clock in nowhere, so why can't you take me out on a date on Saturday or to brunch on Sunday? Like, why not? Like, the only thing about dating the dope boys too is that their phones always is blowing up. So I'm surprised you didn't say nothing about that because that be seeming suspicious at first too. When they don't tell you straight up from the beginning that that they sell drugs or whatever they do, scam or whatever, they phone like clockwork. It's just blowing up. They got the hotline. It's crazy. And so I wasn't comfortable with all of that either. But back in that time when I was dating dope boys, I liked the thrill of it because I was so different. I was a church girl. I grew up in the church and it was just something different for me and I felt protected. I felt just like I was living life on the edge. You feel me? And that's what I love at the time. Now that I'm 30 and, got a kid of my own, I wouldn't dare. I'm sorry. And you're going to have to change because I got a kid to think about. And so with you, Angel, in your situation, it's very similar now because you're going to be bringing a child into this world. And so with your last statement, I was kind of unclear on what you meant. Like, you're confused. Like, are you saying you don't want to have this baby, or are you just kind of confused as to how to tell him, whatever? But for me, the best advice I can give you is to rip that Band-Aid off, girl. Rip it off and let him know that because if I was in the same situation, my child's father is just a deadbeat, but he's not really a dope boy. You know what I mean? He's not nothing like that. And so, but anyway, in this situation, you don't know what type of father he could be. And so at the end of the day, you've been vibing with him. Y'all have good connection. Y'all, but you need to give him an ultimatum and let him know, like, either you get out of this lifestyle and figure out something else that you can do to make legitimate money, or you won't see less of your child. You're not going to be able to take our child, because who wants to live in fear that their child could be in danger all the time? You don't know who after these dope boys and who they got beef with and all of that. Like, no. When you a parent, you move different. This reckless stuff that I used to deal with and be involved in, with these dope boy niggas, no. I would never do now. I would never do now. No, you cannot come over here to my house. No, you cannot have people pull up and get some, some of your product at my house. Hell no. Hell no. And that's the shit that I was doing before um before becoming a parent and before just having a clearer mind. And so with you being 25, this was when I was really kind of in the trenches of dating doughboys, you know what I'm saying? And so I want you to do better than me and not wait as long as I did, because I honestly didn't get out of it until I started messing with my child's father. And then and people always want to say that doughboys is the worst ones. Well, really, my child's father ain't no doughboy. He still ain't around. So what that tell you? But anyway, um, Angel, I think that you should take it easy because you're with child, very much with child at this point, and you need to have a legit, sincere, honest conversation with Eric and let him know, like, I mess with you, I'm pregnant with your child, and I need you to take this seriously. Because if you said that he don't have no kids of his own, and so this will be his first child, most good men will step up to the plate and they'll do what they have to do. Now this doughboy, he said that he don't have much going for him as far as like outside of being a doughboy, and so it's going to be hard for him. So I need you to make sure that you give him enough time as well. Yes, give him the ultimatum, but be like, okay, by the time this baby get here, I need you to be legit. I need you to have a legitimate job. I don't care if you flipping burgers, whatever it is, you need to be doing something else. And so if that means he's got to go back and get his GED, and so for him to be making more money, because 9 months it's gonna take a little bit more time for him to get to a point where because doughboys are doughboys because they like fast money. They like that fast money, and they like most people on a regular 9 to 5 who's working a regular 9 to 5, we're not getting 2,500 in a day. We're not getting 5 bands in a day. We're not getting 10 bands in a day. That's not what we're doing. And so, and if you are, let me know how you're doing it legitimately in the comments. But anyway, so they're doughboys because it's fast, it's easy to them, it's quick money. You know what I'm saying? They can't see themselves going from that to now having to clock in at a job and take orders from somebody or be micromanaged by somebody, or and at the end of the day you gotta see it from their perspective. And so unfortunately you might have to just give them some time. And for me, like, yes, you can say you can't have a child overnight or whatever until you get your lifestyle together and all that type of stuff, but at the end of the day that's still his child. So you can't say no. You can't say he can't see him. That would be, playing your child like a pawn, and that's not cool either. And so, with this type of situation, you definitely have to do some soul searching and just kind of I think the best thing to do is to rip that Band-Aid off, talk to Eric about it, and let him know, like, your concerns. Just let him know from top to bottom. Write them down before you talk to him, and so you can present this to him like, you know what, this is wrong, this bothers me, this bothers me, and then come up with healthy solutions for him as well. Because sometimes men just need like a push of someone, and sometimes some men just need that motivation. He don't have no kid, this is his first kid, and so that might be the motivation he needs to get out of this lifestyle. And so don't automatically think, okay, oh my gosh, my life is over, I'm gonna be a single mom because I'm having a kid by a doughboy. Yes, it's concerning, but at the end of the day, you don't know the future. And don't take the opportunity from your child to know their father just because he's a doughboy. Now, I don't feel like, because the way you talk about him, he's intelligent, and all of that, it doesn't necessarily mean that he will have your child in harm's way, intentionally anyway. But as a mom, you be thinking like, okay, well, what about the unintentional things that could happen to my child in your presence because you live in this type of lifestyle? And so I get both sides. I get that he will definitely, probably want to be around his kid because of what you said in the email. He seems to have a really good character and he seems to be intelligent. So I don't think that he would purposely put your child in harm's way. But I think he definitely needs to go legit because you don't know what type of unintentional things that could happen as a result of him having beef with somebody or whatever, somebody owing him money that don't want to pay. It's all types of stuff. I watch a lot of movies, girl. And plus I've been in it too. Like, I dated dope boys, several. So, yeah, let's just be clear and let's understand at that time I didn't have no kids. Your girl was on birth control. My baby daddy just caught me slipping. You feel me? So it is what it is. And I'm making the best of my situation right now. I do everything on my own. And, I have a good village. His family is not a part of that village at all. And so with my situation, it's totally kind of polar opposite because my baby dad is nowhere near a dope boy at all. He ain't no hood nigga either. But he ain't no pussy, but he ain't no hood nigga either. But he's a pussy because he doesn't want to be a part of his child's life as much as he should. And that's just bottom line. But I will never deny him. I will never, ever, 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 ever deny him. Never. Because my daughter deserves, if he makes the effort, my daughter deserves to know who her dad is and everything that comes along with him. Okay. So yeah, Angel, I really hope that this situation goes well for you. I hope that you do have that, rip that band-aid off and have that conversation with Eric and just kind of let him know like what it is. And so you can move forward and have a healthy pregnancy and have a healthy delivery and have healthy postpartum because people don't talk about postpartum enough. It's deep. Okay. It's super duper deep. And, everybody doesn't handle postpartum well. And so for you, you need to be positive and just kind of make sure that, you keep all negativity out. So I hope that this situation goes well. Please give me an update. Let me know how you're doing, how it's going. And I want to see pictures of that beautiful baby once you have it. So I will see y'all. Oh yeah, definitely give you ladies, give Angel your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm sure she will want to hear different opinions as well, not just mine. And I will see y'all in my next video. Stay pretty, stay hustling, and I will see y'all later. Deuces.